Hey everyone, welcome back to Denise Dives In. Here is my new expense tracker. I wanted to share it with you, so if you need some ideas for the new year or if you just don't think your current setup is working, I wanted to go over what I came up with. I will show you what I used before and what I'm going to start using. So basically, I used to, I feel like a lot of people do it this way. They just do specifically categories and like what they spend kind of thing, or they'll like mark on their overview like what they're spending per se. So like every single time you go to the grocery store, you have like a little sticker and you put down the amount and then you can check it off at the end of the week or something. I kind of wanted something in between both, because the reason I don't love this is because it doesn't tell me what I actually like bought, what I spent the money on per se. So I wanted to come up with something where I could actually see where I was spending the money. So when I'm making next month's budget, I can be like, okay, well, a couple months ago you bought new socks for Dominic, so he probably needs more. Or you bought toilet paper 3 months ago from Sam's Club. You're probably going to need that again. So when I'm making the budget, I can sit down and go, okay, well, this probably will need to come out. This probably will need some extra money per se. And hopefully that makes sense. And if it doesn't, leave questions down below. I will be happy to answer them. So basically, I took the ones that I wanted to really see what I'm spending and what I'm spending it on. So basically just my budget items. And I took those from January. Here's a sneak peek of my January budget. I haven't released a video for it yet, but, whoops, wrong page. Here are my budget items. Groceries are something I definitely want to track. Eat out, we usually don't go over, so I don't think that necessarily needs to be one that we track. We basically just get a certain amount of money every week, and when it's gone, it's gone. We have to use our spending money when we're done with it. Gas is something I want to track. Dominic's care is something I don't really need to track. Like, I either have to put him in the after-school program or I don't. I always pay my mom the $30, so that's not something that needs to be figured out. And then our personal money, maybe in the future I'll start tracking that, but for now I'm not going to put that in there because that would be a lot of time, because I spend my personal money like at work, I spend it on eating out, I spend it on coffee, I spend it on a lot of things. That would take a whole page itself if I just did my spending. And then I'm not going to track haircuts because it's just Alex's and Dominic's haircut. They're not going to need to, like, I know that Alex's cost this much, Dominic's cost this much. I don't need to like really record that. I just need to know every other month I need to put that in the budget basically. And then clothing I would like to track, because these are like more so more so needs than wants. So if I just got a new sweatshirt, I paid for that with my spending money. I don't think that it's crazy to think that if I have $100 spending money a week that I can't buy my clothes out of that category. So this is more for like if we need new underwear or undershirts or socks or Dominic's clothes basically, because those are all kind of needs for him. He's not picking out, oh, I need a new t-shirt kind of thing. So I'll want to track that, because maybe I'll say, oh, he got new underwear 6 months ago, it's time for him to get new ones kind of thing. So I'm going to track that one. I'm definitely going to track fun. And the reason that is like, if you look in December, I wrote down how much money stuff was at this little event we went to. And if I didn't write that down, I wouldn't know for next year that I definitely need like $50 just to do that one thing. So I want to be able to track that. Dominic, I don't need to track because that's like his personal money for his wallet. Household, I'd like to track because I do buy stuff at Sam's Club, so it would be nice to know, oh, hey, when you bought paper towels, it was $17 or whatever like that. So if I know I need those when I'm writing the budget, I can be like, okay, you need at least $17 in household for paper towels or whatever. Medical, I'm just going to track that because it would be nice to know just like where my money is going. So it's nice to tell my money what to do, and then I kind of want to know where it's going to in its little categories. And then personal care, same thing. Like if I know I bought body wash last month and I'm making the budget, I might need it again. So I might need to put a little bit of extra money in there to buy the body wash, per se. So basically this is what I came up with. You'll put your transaction here and the amount, and I don't think I'm going to put the cents, so I'm just going to like round up or round down because I had to make a pretty little box. Not a pretty little box, but like a tiny box for that. So I don't know if the cents is going to fit, so I think I'm just going to round up or down. And then the date, and then I'm going to box out the category it belongs in. And I think this will be a nice little, okay, so this is where you spent the money. Like in gas, it'll be really nice. I'll just put like gas or Philip, Alex, da 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 da. So I actually put this in the back so that I could like show you what I'm talking about if this doesn't really make sense. And I put it in the back because I wanted to make sure it was going to work before I did it in pen. So let me show you that really quick. If this is hard to see, I'm sorry. It is in pencil. So basically this transaction, let's say, what's a good one? Let's just say like the lights at the farm thing. So the lights at the farm, and that was $48. And the date was, we went on the 8th. And that was in fun. So like whatever like little box, like that's what it correlates with. And so at the end of the month, I'll be able to have all these transactions, the amounts, and I'll be able to see exactly what I spent money on. We haven't been going over our like budgets for these things. I put a lot, I think I over budget for a lot of these things, and the reason that is because I don't like necessarily want to go over. I just want to make sure that there's enough money in there. And I have unbudgeted. I put haircuts in this one. But basically, I'll just have to, like I switch it to unbudgeted in the other thing. I have unbudgeted though, so I try to make sure that we don't go over in anything, but sometimes we do have unbudgeted things that just come up and I didn't plan for them anywhere, so I put unbudgeted, and then I can add those little X's up at the end of the month, or I can just keep a running tally somewhere. I do have this whole extra page. If you have any ideas, like basically just a flip through my January budget, I have my normal budget review page, so just like December, I have my budget review page, then I have my little monthly at a glance page, and then I have my normal budget item page that I do. I like to have my fixed bills. I was gonna get rid of this page, but I decided against it. And I added a little line item for my sinking funds because I'm ending sinking funds this month until that credit card's paid off, which I think we should be able to get it paid off in February or March. So that won't be very long. Then I have my expense tracker now, which I really like this. I think this is really cool. I think it'll be more suited to the needs that I need because I want to see like where this money is going. So when I'm making future budgets, I can look back and say, okay, well, you probably need this item again, or this item costs this much, or, and cause I can like say exactly like what the item was too. I can write decently small. So that being said, that's basically all I was going to say in this video. I just did want to show you my expense tracker. If you're thinking about how you want to do your budgets for next year, or if you want to start budgeting and you don't know where to start, something like this might help just so that you can get a good idea of how much money you spend in a category so that you can budget appropriately for it. So yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I would love to hear from you guys, and I hope that you are having a great December, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.